Presented by That Time I Got Reincarnated in the Same World as an Anime Podcaster, this is Shonen Jumping the Gun, the show where we set our sights on the first chapter of a manga and decide if it's a misfire or a bullseye.
Let's see how many rounds are in this magazine.
On today's episode, reader beware, you're in for a scare in Roku's House of Oddities. Welcome, everybody. What is a podcaster? A miserable little pile of opinions. This is Mox the Een, here with the spooky, scary curse causer himself, Isekai Sensei Sama Brad. Brad, how you doing?
Oh!
Ah!
I've used that one before.
You have, but it works out. It gets me every time. And we're back, uncontrollably. The games we play, the cards and games episodes, arc, on hiatus for now, because Jump is back, and fuck you.
Fuck you specifically.
Me, yes, correct. Both the listener and me, the person talking right now, Moxie. So we have a set of 3 new manga coming up. This is the first. I think we're on track to put them out week by week as they come out. Schedule barring schedule terribleness, but I think we looked at it and I said,
I love how we're like,
we're gonna stop doing it.
We're not necessarily going to put them out right after they come out, and then we just keep doing it.
It worked out because it was mostly just if I have to bend even a little bit to make it fit, I'm not doing it. Yeah. And the answer was, nope, I've got schedule availability, so we're doing it. So what? Gonron Egg.
Finally.
The egg is cracked.
I can't believe it went this long.
Because it had to go a certain... They have to have the other things prepped. I like that some people are like, the only reason certain things don't die sooner is that they need the other things prepped to replace them. Yeah. They don't like too many openings. So Gonron Egg is done.
That was over last week.
Mage Next Door is done, had its last chapter this week.
Yes.
We don't know if a third one is going or they just had a roving hole from something else.
Yeah. As of right now, neither of us know that information, even if it does actually exist, especially by the time you hear this.
It might have been come out. It might come out by then. If it completes the set, Hero Girl and Demon Girl call it quits. I think I just said the same thing twice somewhat. Hero Girl and Demon Lord. What if they were both girls, though, Brad? That we have to write a different manga that's slightly different.
Hero Lord and Demon Girl.
Yeah. I'd actually prefer that. That was a part of that trio set. I could see that one, just that whole trio exiting together.
Where it's at
I don't know
right
what
now,
people are dealing with it right now.
The chapter that I read today, it could end next week.
Okay.
But we don't.
Because I know that. I know Sakamoto Days is pending ending.
Yeah. At
any point, but who knows? I think that can just fake its way to go however long it needs to because of the fights. So what? I guess I want to do a little check-in on our last big drop before we move forward with Roku's House of Oddities of Underdoctor, Kanato's Magic, and Alien Headbutt. So are you still reading all those?
Yes.
I mean, you usually do. Where are you at before I get into my stuff?
So Underdoctor continues to be pretty great. Not everything it's doing is perfect. It's not a perfect series, but it's a lot of fun, and I enjoy it week to week. Alien Headbutt, again, same thing.
Alien Headbutt moving slow as fuck, but it's never done me wrong. I'm never like, and I am a little bit because it always feels like every chapter feels like it's already over before it begins, but it's never like, it's not like, I feel like if I read this all together, I'd be having a lot better of a time.
Right.
And at the end of the day, that's how it's going to exist. It hasn't done anything where I go, what are you doing? It parcels things out at a rate that I go, yeah.
I mean, and last week, he literally said Alien Headbutt.
He did. I mean, it's not like it feels like it's twiddling its thumbs. It's just moving slowly, which is honestly what we've asked manga to do. Yeah. So, fuck me.
I haven't felt that it's too slow.
I
know what you mean.
I don't feel that it's slow. I just feel hungry at the end of a chapter.
Yes, which is probably good.
I think so.
As long as the middle of the chapter has satiated you, and then at the end it makes you hungry for it again.
No, I'm hungry because I never have enough of it.
Okay.
I think that's why I like slow is a kind of word to get at it. Like it's just because it's just moving at its own pace, and I don't think that's bad because at the end of the day, it will exist in continuity and not week by week. When it is moved forward or done. And I think that'll make it better to take in.
It is enough to satiate me, but I can see how it's not enough for
It
you.
piques my taste. Yeah, it's not, and it's not like this chapter was nothing. It's just like, I want to eat more. This is tasty.
And then Kanado's magic is just, I mean, it's fine. I don't think it's bad, but it's definitely, it's not enough for what it's trying to be.
Yeah.
Is the best way I can put it. I was pretty happy because the last couple of weeks there was no massage ball. So
it was good.
That's good.
No new gender sexuality elbow drops from us extra sensitive types.
No. And then this week the massage ball was back, except it didn't work. And so I was like, yay!
You're going to have to try something else now. Wow.
But then the thing that came immediately after that was actually worse than the massage ball. So that's
oof.
I was this week's chapter of Kanado, I was super excited at the beginning because we got to meet like the council of the guild head people.
Boy. Yeah.
And there was a lot of fun ones.
I will say of the time I spent with Kanado's magic, fun characters show up. It just sucks that Kanado's not one of them.
Yes, the characters are really good, except I think he could be a good character, but he hasn't been so far.
No, I think it's too late.
But then by the end of the chapter, it was like, oh, why did you do that? So
that's very Kanado's magic.
It's in a precarious place for me. I'm going to keep reading it, but I'm prepared to be disappointed.
Accepted it. You know, loving alien headbutt just leaves me hungry. I dropped Kanado's magic at around like chapter 3 or 4. Under Doctor has just been. It's not bad. But it has felt like such a precipitous drop from that. How much I loved that first chapter, and we've ditched the boy. I think in the chapters. I think I read last week's chapter, and I still have today's chapter to read. That I'm like, okay, maybe I'll get back on track. But I feel like I've
ditched
lost.
Is the right word.
Not ditch. We're finally spending a chapter away from because as soon as he showed up, and I'm like, oh, you're sticking around. I'm like, this is just Sakamoto days again. I don't want because it's the problem is like now that I've seen that bit before, it's like. I don't like this. Like this kid is boring. He's not as interesting because he's just a kid character, and he's not like bad. It's just like I've seen this and I'm bored. I wanted to see the cool guy do cool things and not have to be weighed down by this from chapter 4.
I think you could use the kid for some good stuff. I liked at the end of.
It's my thing. It's like I don't think it's bad. It's just like I would have rather more time. Like I want to spend more time with Underdoctor. You have to spend time with this kid assassin guy who's just annoying. But he's annoying on purpose because he's a kid and he has to learn things. Like why he is annoying is good.
Yeah.
Like the reasoning is good. It's just like this isn't what I wanted when I signed up for this. So it's like Underdoctor is like the chapter I just read was pretty good. So I'm like kind of on like a. It's on a probationary. It's like you're getting close. If you disappoint me for enough weeks in a row, I'm dropping you.
My biggest thing with Underdoctor is I feel like they need to stretch out the stories more.
I
feel like they rush to the conclusion of things too quickly.
Well, I mean, this one we already see. This one, one of the earlier ones that just happened, is now coming back around already. So
and maybe that's good as far as like teenage readership. I don't know, but for me, it's too fast. I want all of these arcs to be at least one chapter longer.
I can see that.
But I did enjoy the sort of gag thing with that kid at the end of the last thing when they were like leaving and he's like, I studied all of 1st to 8th grade in 3 days and I didn't sleep. And I was like, that's funny.
That was pretty good. Yeah. This is always why I want new language. It's like not bad, functionally well. Personally, it's like I need a different flavor.
Yeah.
This is a flavor I ate and got tired of with Sakamoto days. I had a new flavor, I thought, and then it's been diluted for me personally. But I don't think it's bad in the way that I think like Kanado's magic is. I don't think is good. Under Doctor was just like this isn't what I wanted. But enough of that. We're talking about this new one. I know outside of the one we just read today, I don't even know what the other two are called. I know no information.
Yeah, we've got.
It'll come at me. I mean, we have it. I just don't have it in my brain.
So next week, I'm just going to pull this up real quick because I do have the names written down. For the next two, I don't know that these names are like 100% set in stone.
As the English localization?
Yeah, because we didn't get like the official announcement on these yet. As far as the English names.
Yeah.
We just have the current
translated words from John.
Best speculation.
Yes.
So next week is Summer and the Insect Cage. And
interesting.
Then the week after that is Class 2B Hero Destroyers. And I don't know if 2B is supposed to be a pun on like they're going to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, interesting. Because I just instantly thought of like Class 2 or Class B in My Hero, where it's
Yes.
like, these are the off-brands.
Yeah, I think maybe.
That one, the second one, the Insect Cage one, just because of its strange as a name, I'm now intrigued by that because that sounds weird and different. Hero Destroyers makes me very worried. That sounds very shonen bullshit, derogatory.
Yes.
Blah. But also, again, I could be wowed by anything. Who knows?
Yeah,
But this is my
looking-
this is what my gut tea leaves are telling me.
Yeah.
Based on no evidence.
Looking at the art previews, I'm not going into this pessimistically.
Okay, interesting. But there's no front runner.
No. Summer in the Insect Cage is apparently sports. I think basketball, somebody said. So we'll see. I mean,
that's a bummer.
sports is cursed, so.
Sports is cursed, and I don't want to play. I don't like basketball.
But the Class 2B one is by the Gintama author.
Ooh, okay, yeah, that's one to follow. I know
Yeah.
I read some Gintama, but I know Gintama is such a thing in Japan. It has like literally hundreds of episodes and chapters. So yeah, no, I'm intrigued by that, even if I don't have a lot of personal connection to it, just brain wise. I'm like, wow.
Who's Roku's House of Oddities by?
Well, so for what we're actually covering today, Roku's House of Oddities was written and arted by Atsushi Nakamura, who we know from A Gravity Boys, from our sci-fi arc. And the first chapter came out today, April 5th, 2026. This was localized by Casey Lowe, who we've seen before on such things as Alien Headbutt, Gonrod Egg, Kaitagami, Spy Family, and Star of Beethoven.
Nice.
Among others, but I mean, we've met them now. And lettering was done by Mark McMurray, who we've also seen, who did lettering on, A Gravity Boys, Gonrod Egg, Beast Children, Kaitagami, and for future, I don't know where it's going to go, but one day we will cover it, Beat the Vandal Buster.
I think we're contractually obligated to cover Beat the Vandal Buster at some point.
We're contractually obligated to cover that, and Imaginary, I'm so sorry. The thing that you constantly talk about, we will cover one day. I think I'm just going to jam it in somewhere just to be like, because I just keep connecting arcs together and I just don't know when the mystery arc is happening, so I'm just going to be like, I'm contractually obligated to cover this. You've talked about it.
The contractual obligation arc.
Maybe. That'll be good after... here, I need you to hit the button. We're going to beep all these because it'll be funny.
Yeah.
Okay, so that'll be, because what? We're in the arc, but then it's going to be the arc, but then it's going to be through the arc. And I feel like after that would be a funny time to do we've gone off the bounds. Let's do the contractual obligations now.
Yeah, we just need to figure out what another, 2 or 3 of them are.
Yeah, good point. I mean, it could just be a mini arc before we move on to something else.
That's true.
And or just go what has somebody been talking about in there a bunch?
But we should definitely do due diligence and see if there's more.
Correct. Probably. Hey, we could ask it now in the Discord because it's not going to happen for half a year.
Yeah.
Give or take.
I mean, assuming the arc has more and then the arc has more, we're looking at the end of July.
Exactly. So it'll be like they ask and then they'll just instantly forget. Wonderful. The masses. No. Finally, okay, enough doddering. Let's get to it. Let us get to my patented Moxie's manga Mach Speed summary. No quote page. Interesting.
Nice.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, now that it's not here, I'm like, no, actually, I like that because I usually just I forget about them instantly after I write them down.
But we should shout out Last, by the way, for...
Oh, yeah, having a bunch of them all together, and I'm like, that's pretty great. They're so meaningless. I forget about them so quickly.
Hey, join our Discord.
Yeah. We found our protag-kun asleep. He is Seiroku Akari, age 15, and tonight he will die 5 times.
Dun, dun, dun.
Akari is out in Kokunbunji, the most cursed area of Tokyo, because ley lines are some bullshit, at the site of the first night of the moonlit tales of Kokubunji, the Vampire King. The tales tell of 5 living cursed, referred to as the 5 nights for some reason. And it's said that if you execute a ritual each night over 5 nights, you can break their seals and free the curse.
Yeah, nights with an N, not with a K.
Correct. Why, I don't know. Makes it very confusing because there's time involved. As a part of the Kokubunji High School Science Club, Akari thinks that this is ridiculous and is here to debunk that. But wouldn't you know it, everybody else from the club can't make it for various reasons, so he's all on his lonesome. Well, he did all that prep, so why doesn't he just do all 5 himself in one night? I mean, curses aren't even real. The 5 spots being the already mentioned Vampire King, the Girl at the Crossing, the inverted yin-yang, the beast with no name, and the massacre marionette. And when he's back home and exhausted... Oh, did you think I skipped over talking about the rituals? Nope, the manga just skips over it, but give it a second. In this second, though, he is awakened by a strange set of 5 and told, despite his petitions otherwise, this is not a dream. What? Who are you all? It was you, Akari, for releasing us into the mortal world with your rituals. We take a moment to see and name our 5 gathered weirdos in the house. Sachiko, the Japanese schoolgirl. Ultra, the cursed doll, though he never seems to accept that it's a doll despite the clear evidence. Oh, this one was not Japanese, so I don't know how to say it. Givaudan, the dog that's just too big. It's too big. The dog is too big. Kabaniji, a yin-yang masked man in old Japanese clothing, and Johan, who is clearly dressed as a vampire, and he's clearly a vampire.
A European vampire.
Yeah, he's very. This is why I did a
Tokyo.
This is why I did a Castlevania reference in the beginning. He's very specifically Dracula from Castlevania, attired. Despite his observations, he still thinks curses aren't real. There must be a scientific explanation to all this. Also, that dog is still way too big. Also, how are you all here? I did the rituals all wrong. Akari then spends like 6 pages describing all the ways he half-assed the rituals for one reason or another, but the curses just constantly say that was good enough. Also, for the 5th one, it asked for 7 human sacrifice, but he just did a TikTok dance again. How did that even work?
It was a lot, but I thought it was pretty well exposited.
Yes, but it was also still just kind of bullshit, because it's just like, why did that work? And they just go, you did it right or whatever. It was the secret blasphemous ones, and I just kind of rolled my eyes and go, I was having a good time. I know, Brad, if this wasn't already clear from my summary.
That dog is too big!
I'll say it, give me a minute. I'll say it again. Don't worry. But
however
also,
many times you say it, it won't be enough.
Correct. But also he cleaned, I think I say it every time he mentions it, but also he cleaned up at every site he visited, which cleansed them of impurities. Yep, that's an important ritual stuff, which admittedly it is. Cleaning areas is important, but it seems like it was like, oh, your heart was in it. You cleaned up the things.
Although I do get the impression that the spirits are just like making up bullshit as to why.
That was my thought when I came into these now, because I'm like so done with these. It's like, how do you know who knows what these curses are? If they've locked here, how do you know how to free them? How is that lore that is available to humans to find if it's never been done? How do you, whatever. But double wait, how am I alive? I thought the person who did the rituals would be killed. Well, you see, this is a Mr. Burns illness situation. All 5 curses. Oh, that's instantly. If you didn't think about that, you just don't know about The Simpsons.
No, I didn't.
Really? Oh, that's instantly.
I know that. I know that one. I didn't connect 100%.
That. All 5 curses want to kill him, but they can't pick who does it, so now they're stuck in a semi. You see, Mr. Burns, all the viruses want to kill that are in your body want to kill you at once, but there's so many of them they get stuck in the door and they can't kill you. That's how infected you are. Now that they've been summoned with nowhere to go, they will live with him here. Akari has become their curse master as he freed them, and they can only do things physically when close to him, so here they stay. But I share this house with my grandma, who's currently in the hospital. You can't stay, shouts Akari. Also, that dog is way too big. Then a silly thing happens with each house guest. Tee-hee, also that dog is still way too big. Go outside, big dog.
Yeah, still not enough.
This ends with our vampire Johan wanting to move into Akari's parents' room. But wait. Akari's parents are dead because, of course, you're in Shonen Jump. Your parents can't be alive. Akari is surprised by Johan's respect as he removes his shoes and cleans the space.
I have to call something out here because I feel like this is important.
Yeah.
He finds out about that being the dead parents' room before he says, I'll live in this room.
Yes.
You had that backwards, and I feel like it's
No,
important.
he says, I think he fully declares it. I think maybe I say it next. I don't know. But I think it's the idea that he wants to move in there, and that's when he says the whole thing. There's like the little shrine set up to his parents. Johan says curses are indeed acclamation of human malice, but these 5 did not choose to be curses. For described but unclear reasons, Akari has freed them all of some of that malice, which was quite the relief to feel. So I guess they're always just so drenched in the hate and everything that formed them. So like this is kind of like a small vacation. It's nice. Akari
That's why Turbo Granny is sort of chill now.
Yeah, because she's been freed from her spot. Akari guesses it'd be okay for them to stay for a while after that talk. Johan then ruins the moment by then declaring he will just stay in the parents' room, but dislikes their altar being gold and would prefer it in red as if it was an appliance. More shenanigans with the gang occur around the house that drive him up the wall. I want to particularly point out the high school girl getting into Akari's manga and him being deeply embarrassed about it.
That was a good bit.
It's not funny. It could be funny, but I just wanted to point out because Dragon Ball is mentioned.
I thought it was good. It's
okay. I'm just really bored of like, and then the boy was nervous about his manga, and it's like, she likes it, clearly, you idiot. And I know that's like the bit. I'm really tired of Pro Tycoons, Brad. This is my cross to bear on planet Earth. Johan then tells Akari that he can lift the curse and be rid of them. Each curse has its own distinct history. If he can find out their why and expose it, he could truly free them and they leave the house. Also, that dog is still just gosh darn too big. So now Akari has to get to know this strange group of 5 curses living in his house. This house of oddities, if you will, to free them from their occupancy. End of chapter 1.
Hey, did you want another Exorcist manga? Well, too bad.
It's a comedy. I mean, I guess here, this was already clear. I didn't like it. I found it very unfunny. The one thing that made me smile, you obviously heard in the summary, because when I finished reading it, I'm just standing in my room like an idiot, staring into the mirror, just going, that dog is way too big in that voice. And that was my like way of entertaining myself having read that. Especially compared to Gravity Boys, I had a great time with that first chapter. I thought it was really funny. I thought it sets up things well, and it did its thing. This one, it was like, and maybe, I guess, I don't know if I was in a bad mood. I had just woken from a nap. I was as clean as I was going to be today, and I just had a really bad time with this. I just thought it was very not funny. A lot of it set up, and sometimes, like, all the setup stuff can go. It's like, well, I'm not laughing, so all of the lore setup just is getting docked points where normally I wouldn't care.
Yeah.
So it was not a good time. I guess some of the manga bits with the girl was like kind of okay, but it's like, oh, the doll is just sitting in the sofa now, and it's like you could watch the television, but it's not moving because it's a doll, and then later it's like kind of messing with the tissues on the table or something, and it's like, yeah,
that's good. That's got to be a setup for something bigger later on.
I'm sure, but like it's like the massacre doll, and it's gonna all of a sudden like the area around it's gonna be messed up, and it's like, oh wow, look at that! Like it's just. I think a comedy needs to surprise me, and this just so didn't do that.
I mean, that's fair.
We've read funnier chapter ones by a wide margin.
Oh, yeah, no.
And that's what this one had going for it, and I just didn't think it was funny.
I had enough chuckles that I had a good enough time with this.
I'm glad you did.
Again, like, not like, oh my God, this is so amazing.
Oh yeah, this is not a Gravity Boys or Murakami situation.
I would rank this below a Gravity Boys, and if I compare it to another Exorcist comedy,
ooh yeah,
Murakami.
Yeah,
I loved Murakami.
You loved Murakami,
and this definitely doesn't reach that.
No, not even close.
But it's also, I would say, above mid. So.
I'm rankling my nose at this information.
I mean,
he's right.
I can see how you would call it mid or lower. For me, it was above mid, and above mid is, like my bar.
Yeah, I know your bar. Yeah, our bars are different.
Yeah.
Because that was like my thing. It's like if my soul can exit my body, I can go. It's fine. It's very.
And then you become a cursed spirit.
What?
Don't do that.
I'm spirit walking. I know. I just. The setup was very all over the place. The fact that they're like, let me do those rituals, and then it cuts forward, and I went, what? You can't do it. Like, you've been talking these rituals. At least give me, and I know it's like, and then they instantly go back to them. And I know we've bullshit talked other ones we've read recently. I'm like, no, that one actually kind of worked out, but this one was like, why? Because I guess it's the idea of like they have to go like he did them right, and then they go he actually did them wrong, and that's the joke. And like some of those were, if I had a better time, I would have put all those in the summary, because it's like you have to leave an offering of 1,000 roses, and he's like, that's too expensive. Here's like some like cheap 1,000 of this cheap chocolate or 100 of this cheap chocolate I bought. And it's like, yeah. But it was also just the fact that it's like none of that mattered, because the ghosts were like, well, that was what you had to do actually secretly, or like that was good enough.
I thought the idea, like. I don't dislike the idea that, like, they're there and not killing him and he can benefit from this situation because of the very specific ways that he did stuff wrong. But I also get the feeling from the explanations given that they were just sort of looking for an excuse, yes.
Yeah.
But that could also be part of the humor in it.
No, I think you've got it, because like the fact that it's like there was 7 sacrifices needed, it's like I just did. Also, it's lame that it's just like I did one of the things I did before again. I think this is me on the bad bus. Sorry, this is I can see again. My spirit has left my body, and I can look at my own behavior right now. I can see in my own body the fact that I'm extra pissed at like the fact that it's like the 7 dead, and he just like I think it's lame that he repeats one of the things he did. I think the idea it's like a dreadful dance, and he does like a TikTok dance badly, and I'm like, okay, that's kind of fun. Or it's like a ghostly song, and it's like he sings a song, but he's maybe not very good. So it's like, but also like to your point, it's just like I think all of them just wanted to leave being stuck because they're stuck in this hate pit and they want to get out.
Yeah, I think they could have sort of leaned into it a little bit more, and not necessarily like fully laid all their cards on the table, but
they could have made it more clear than just constantly going, yeah, that you did it well enough, so it worked. And it's like, I think you're right. I think there's comedy. I think the jokes in here could have worked for me, but their delivery their delivery was bad.
Yeah,
or the way
the
that they
dog's too big.
Except the dog was too big, because that got me through it. This constantly.
The fact that
it annoyed me, but it
so
gave me like
many
a Zen
times.
Cohen that it's just like all he can say with the dog is too big. The dog needs to get out of here.
He's a cutie too.
Yeah, he's a big fuzzy dog.
I thought after like the 3rd time that I'd be annoyed by it, and then the next time
because it's a cute fuzzy dog, and it's funny. You go, what's wrong with you?
Yeah.
Why would you keep saying that hurtful thing?
It's very.
Are you gonna be mean to Clifford? You jackass.
A very big dog. Doesn't fit in that house.
It doesn't.
I say that, except that house is huge.
Yeah.
They show it the outside at some point, and
I
it's
think
like,
Mom and Dad died in a train accident, so I guess they got a big. It was a car.
Yeah.
I don't know why I thought train.
No, I'm pretty sure
Trying to make it
that house has been in their family for a long time.
That makes sense. I bet there's some spiritual. I bet Granny has some spiritual connection. It's like, isn't it funny that you're in the science group again? In a vacuum, when I have nothing else to compare this to, I'd probably come out more favorable. But it's like, I've seen that. I'm done with that. I've seen these. I've seen that. I've seen that. I've seen these. Like, there's
I was very specifically with the house. I was like, there's no way that's a house in Tokyo. It's too big.
That house is too big.
Yeah, right. But then also, because the other thing, I was like, an Eastern European vampire in Tokyo. Why? How?
I mean, why is there a big giant, I'm assuming German from the spelling dog? Like, that was not a Japanese name. It had an umlaut or something in it.
Yes. Also, and they made a point that the doll was also not Japanese.
It's like European, because they like make a point that the schoolgirl is.
But the doll I could see, because that could be, it travels.
It's Annabelle,
1800s or whatever. But like the vampire is like, this is definitely like a medieval vampire.
Brad, what was that anime that we watched that had a very different animation style that were like a bunch of shorts put together that we like really enjoyed, where it had a bunch of like monsters living under one house? What was that called? Angel Street? Not Angel Street. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh.
What was that called? It's been ages.
Yes. Oh, why did you say a name? You got to stop doing that. If you don't know what it is, don't say the name.
Don't say that I don't know, because that puts the thumb on their brain?
No, you can say you don't know. Don't say a different name.
Okay, sorry.
As soon as you say a different name, I'm like, shit, what was it?
I know, because it was
All Saints Street.
All Saints Street.
I didn't even look yet. That's how good I am.
I'm now thinking about that now. Of just like, here's the kooky collection of roommates.
Yes, and that is.
But I liked that. It helped that it looked
excellent.
Different. But like, I loved that, and I have a feeling we're going to get to kooky hijinks like akin to that. Like, okay, because my other exiting my body thought I can have, where I'm trying to say nice things, is that it's like, I think we found by and large a first chapter of a comedy manga, when it has to settle into like, here's the cast, is never particularly great to where it can get later, because it has to spend time setting things up. I think I say this every time we do a comedy, is that a status quo needs to be set so you can break it and futz with it. This is why it's like, you can jump into Roboco now, and it can be funnier because it can just do insane off-the-wall things, because it's like, you know her, you know the situation, we're doing this time.
That's why I think there's certain comedies that work way better in their beginning. I think Murakami, because you're only dealing with 2 characters basically.
Yeah.
And the problem here is that you can't not introduce all these guys at the same time.
Yeah, they have to show up all at once, because he gets them all at once, and that's the bit. Because if he got one, why would he go get more?
Right.
So like, that's my thing. It's like, because then it comes down to, can you write funny situations with them in a way that this chapter literally can't tell me about because it's a comedy. Like you can't, like that's the thing. It's like that's why I always say it's like we were gonna do a gag manga arc, and I always say we can't do it because it would just be too similar, and it would just be too. This was funny. This wasn't.
Bunch of awful summaries.
Awful episodes, terrible episodes. I feel like we just read a bunch and we just have a general episode where we talked about them as a whole. Because it's like I feel like if I went back and tried, because I think when we watched the anime and I started reading the manga, I tried for a little bit to go back and read Roboco from the start, and it's like, don't do that. Do not do that. But if you read from now, it's like I just read the new chapter that comes out every week, and I have a great time with it. Roboco's great. Just all the silly things that can happen. I just love that they had like a battle arc where it's like the one girl who's really into shogi, and like one of her gimmicks is that like when she gets serious, she gets like hot-blooded. She gets drawn like hot-blooded anime man and says quotes like that, even though she's like a tee-hee little girl normally. And it's like that chapter was hilarious. I loved that chapter. I just want a female protagonist like that in Jump, like no bits aside.
Good luck.
Who freaking just is like, it's cute, and then she just fires up and she becomes tougher and whatever. And I'm like, that's all I want, Jump. The boys want that. They're ready for it. I promise you. But yeah. I don't know what else. Like I said, like it just sets up. It's like, will they have wacky hijinks? Yes. What will they be? I don't know. The first chapter of a comedy can't tell you. Like I can only base it off of the comedy chops of the first one, which I didn't find that funny.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean if once it gets started and you get to meet characters' personalities. But it was like the whole like, he's very respectful, and oh my gosh, he's treating my family's altar like an appliance. He wants it in red instead. Whoa. I think a lot of the guys' reactions, I'm just like, oh my fucking cool ass. Yes, the dog's too big. Wow, the dog is too big.
I'm not.
Is that what that voice is almost? Is the Jerry Seinfeld?
I'm not here for the main character.
No, but when he's your who come fuck, what's that called? What's the Manzai bit? Like, he's just such an annoying straight man, but also it doesn't help that the setups aren't very good. But he's like, well, you guys aren't real.
So
I'm asleep. Whoa. I'm just like, and that's my point. It's like, he doesn't have to give him a chapter or two and he doesn't have to do that anymore.
Yeah.
And he can just play a regular straight man and not the like, this is a dream. You guys, curses are real. And I believe in science.
Really, I'm more optimistic about where this can go than I am about this particular first chapter.
Yeah, I would agree with that because it's like, yeah, these pieces are fine. This if and we've seen the person can write comedy.
Yeah,
how much of this I can also lay at the feet of a localizer? I don't know because comedy is also hard to localize.
I think the 5 different spirit characters are so different that you can do a lot with them. I mean, I think even just in this chapter there was a lot of stuff done. Although, again, I think the doll one got left out, and I don't think
the Yin Yang Mask guy a killer.
So that's the interest
because like the idea he goes and he cooks and but they make a point to show that he has really good knife skills and he just has an aura of I'm a Japanese serial killer.
I'm not sure
like, man wearing mask that shows none of his face,
but I do like that as a character. I'm interested.
Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah, he's interesting.
What he's going to be doing.
Yeah.
Because they're showing that like he's sort of sweet, but also he's got that mask on. What is under the mask?
It's a reverse yin yang, so doing? He's more dark than light.
Yeah, I don't know. So
again, like I feel like I guess that's this. I did not like this first chapter, but I can see all the bones as the vehicle, and I know first chapters of comedies aren't usually good because you have to spend time setting things up. I say that where a lot of the comedies I have then dropped when I try to go forward. So. I
think I am more sympathetic to your position because even like I say I like this chapter and I do like it, but I think I'm more excited about where it's going to go.
Yeah, the toys that it has set up, I can see being fun to play with. I think just the way they did a little playing this one, I was a little annoyed by, but I think I got dinged points fairly early on going, another of these?
Yeah.
And then never got out of the tailspin. But I can exit my body enough to go, I think the pieces are good, and this can find its footing and do better when it doesn't have to do that stuff. Right. I'm sure we'll meet other classmates. I'm sure he'll accept it at some point, and one of his science fucking club buddies is gonna come over and go, I'm gonna disprove this isn't real, you're crazy, and then they're gonna have some wacky height. Like that's like I think that's the problem is all the routes I can see are just like, yep, it's that one.
I love how you're putting on the voice, but I'm like, yeah, that'll be fun.
No, but I've seen it. What's the joke? Like I'm hoping, like I said, a comedy needs to surprise. It's the same thing of horror. It needs to surprise me.
We should
if
also.
I've seen it, it's not funny again.
Okay, so there's a thing.
Except I was just gonna say, you can't read a joke unless the joke is that dog is just too big.
This isn't going to change your opinion, but
No.
I think it's important to talk about.
It is because I feel like there's a part of me that is being rational here, and a part of me
Yeah.
that is not, and I can see that. This is
Do you
my
know the concept of one of today's 10,000?
Ooh, I don't know this. Tell me about it. I love
so
learning.
this was an XKCD comic.
Ooh, okay. Very intrigued.
And basically what it means is that any piece of information that exists, statistically speaking, every single day, 10,000 people learn about it that day.
Okay, I believe, this is somebody's first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so when we talk to someone who we've never met online or whatever, some kind of discourse, you should always keep in mind that they don't know things that you might know. And so instead of deriding someone when they go, oh, what is this thing I've never heard of? You can just go, congratulations, you're one of today's 10,000.
Okay.
And I think this applies to media as well.
Yes. Oh, 100%.
In that
I'm getting older. I'm becoming a boomer.
and I think this is specific to
actively. We've
to
actively
us.
seen this through this podcast that people can see me actively becoming more of a boomer.
as many different series as we've taken in at this point, even if it's just the first chapter. There are so many more people who this is their first foray into a comedy exorcism series.
Oh, yes. No, I mean, what? I don't remember when this was, but I had a point ages ago because it's like we were following the same thing that like movie critics do, because it's like when you're a movie critic, you have to watch every movie. So the basic blockbusters become really rote and boring.
Yes.
But if you're just a regular human that doesn't or can't go to the movie theater all the time, when you go see a big blockbuster, you're like, wow, this is incredible. I've never seen these things before, or I haven't seen them in a long time, and it's a lot more interesting to you. And but that is the I don't want to struggle isn't the word that I want, but like that is the catch-22 of the critic, is that because we know too much, our opinion is different than the quote-unquote layperson.
So I think
big hunk in air quotes on quote-unquote layperson.
I think we need to
we're
balance.
not like experts, but we've also we've taken in a lot.
Yes.
And especially me, where I'm like, when I see something too much, I get bored of it because I'm like, I've seen it.
So
I'm extra prickly about that, which is not helping the situation, admittedly.
yeah, and I don't think we should be going like, oh, if you've never come into this is great. Like we can obviously point to other series and go, this other series was a better first chapter that did these things.
Yeah, and like I said, like that's why it's like this built something that could be better. Did I not see anything that specifically made me excited? No, but it's like I will check out the next two chapters will go, hey, did you guys find your feet?
Right.
Now that you've gotten the homework out of the way, because the homework of a comedy manga is never fun. But you have to get it done because otherwise you have no toys to play with.
Right. But I think the way, I mean, obviously we're in different positions on this, but I think the way that I am sort of approaching this from an objective perspective is to go like, if someone had never read a comedy exorcism manga before, would they have a decent enough time with this that it would make sense for them to keep reading it?
Yes. There is nothing wrong or truly bad about this. There are things that frustrated me, but I can see also, like, the things that frustrated me are things that I can see why they did them.
Yeah. Now, I would also go, hey, if you liked this, you should read Ultimate Exorcist Kyoshi and Murakami.
Were they in the same class before? They come out at the same time?
Oh, I don't remember.
I don't remember either.
What was the full name of that?
What?
Because now in my head, I just have Ultimate Exorcist Murakami.
Isn't that what it is? Isn't that it?
No. Ultimate Exorcist Kyoshi.
Is Buster in the terms?
Yokai Buster Murakami.
There it is.
There you go.
That's a good name. I just like the name Buster. It makes me feel good, Brad.
And I know that Murakami is not going to be everybody's cup of tea.
No.
But personally, I look at that and I go, that is a comedy exorcism that is doing things better than this is, even though it didn't last,
But it's also setting up because this is a cat. The Murakami was we have our two leads and they go into new situations.
Yes.
We built our cast of characters and now we'll play around again.
Yeah,
this is
different.
This is a Roboco or Super Psychic Policeman Chojo in that way, where it's like we've set our toys up.
Yeah.
And we maybe introduce more like the grandma come over, the classmates whatever, but it's like we've played our toys and now we get to just have funny situations now. So that's why it's like I can give hope to the next one. I'm going to try to keep my expectations low so I can have a better time, honestly. But I can see it. This is not, despite my frustrations, this is not a death sentence first chapter.
Yeah.
It's a comedy manga. It's a comedy manga in Jump. It's not going to do well. But
completely organically rolling into where it can go from here.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see the grandmother come home and just be completely fine with everything.
Oh, she's super going to be a spirit medium or something.
Because she's just going to be like, yeah, spirits.
100 million % she's going to about spirits.
Do you see the house we live
it's
in?
Like that's why the boy is into science because grandma's into spirits.
Yeah.
I've seen that somewhere before. I don't remember, but
I would really like this. This probably won't happen, but it would make sense to me that there is a spirit already in the house that he doesn't know about, and that will come up. Hopefully in the next couple
Grandma
chapters.
dies and her spirit's now in the house.
I don't know.
No, you're right. I don't like that either now that I said it.
But the house is very old.
Grandma has a spirit.
Has
Granddad's in the house?
Maybe.
Somewhere?
Something like that.
Yeah.
And then it's like, hey, no, this is my house. What are you guys doing here?
Yeah.
Get out.
That's a funny, because old man funny bit, get off my lawn.
Yeah. That would
to the
be
fucking puppet? That's funny.
Yeah.
Let's write this manga. See, that's what I mean.
Did you know that every series in Weekly Shonen Jump would be better if they just listened to us?
Let us write it, except we don't want to do that. It is not a for sure. I want to say it is not a for sure that it will be good, but it has built a setup of like, because what you have like the weird like nice guy, but weird like Johan's the like I'm above you guy, but I can be like again these are archetypes that I've seen a billion times as well. I mean, the dog is just too big.
The dog is too big.
The girl is just here's a high school girl that likes you, but not really because you both you both love manga.
That's specifically
Sachiko.
Sachiko.
Is that the ring girl? Why is that name familiar? Or is that this? No, this was somebody that we talked about in the Halloween episode a million years ago, isn't it? Because it's the crossing.
Hold on.
Because the name sounded familiar, but I didn't remember to Google it then.
Common no.
Do Sachiko horror because I'm glad that your brain pinged off of it too. But yeah, and then the doll is just like the doll.
Corpse Party.
Corpse Party. You got to butter up your poopers, Brad. You remember that one from a billion years ago as well when I talked about that without any context because I never played Corpse Party before and it was literally just an old thing that I watched of them talking about it and the phrase, and I have the screenshot of them going, I have to go get that so I can butter up my pooper.
I could have sworn that was a name that
me too, because that was also familiar to me.
More specific to like, this is a spirit in Japanese folklore.
I agree with you. Less folklore and more like current. Yeah, Corpse Party.
Yeah. Anyway, but yeah, so
maybe she's based off of something.
I think this goes back to what I said earlier. The stark differences between all of the spirits, I think.
They will play well off of each other because there's going to be they're all kind of technically in the background jockeying. Like they all have distinct personalities that you can set up. And like I said, I keep repeating back to the toys are set up. Yeah. The toys were well made enough to go, this one's this one, this one's this one, this one's this one. They can bounce off of each other. You can put new things in the mix. Like a good comedy is building the blocks that you can then go play with. And this is like the most important thing we completely forgot until now. You didn't include it in your summary, even though it's really important. At the very end, he says, "This is a house of oddities." I said that though. I did that gag myself. I took it. I took that gag for myself. And did that.
Yeah. But he says it.
I know. So did me. So did I. Me said too. Me do bit as well.
It's not your bit.
It is now. Oh, Brad, everything's been done before.
That's true. There's nothing new under heaven. Okay.
Go watch the All Saints Street instead. That's my prerogative.
Yeah. I mean, that's
That's my doctor's order. If you had an okay time with this, and you also just in general, regardless of your feelings about whatever Roku watching the anime on your Roku that you own, maybe on your Roku box or Roku TV, go to Crunchyroll and watch All Saints Street. Regardless of how you felt about the manga you read today, go look at All Saints Street. I love its art style. I love its color palette. I love its characters. I loved watching it. I had a good time with all of it. We've watched all of it, and I'm sad I will never have more to watch. Probably.
We're not going to cover that on Shonen Jumping the Gun
because the comic was weird. It's like a web comic, so it doesn't put together well. It is
it's Chinese.
It's Chinese.
And it was fine, but it's not as good as
that I think, and it was also literally like 4-panel web comics, so we're just like, this isn't working. Yeah, watch the anime. It was great.
I do want to talk about it. I don't know what context.
I know that's always the thing. It's like that's why I'm doing it now. I'm just going, go watch it. It's great. Talk to us about it on the Discord. Brad, what are your thoughts and feelings? Unless you have any other dying thoughts.
So I'm going to think that this is good. Just a plain old good. I think we've already laid out all the reasoning behind where
I think this whole episode's been that more than most.
It's not gonna rise above that for this chapter.
Correct.
Just because of how many things it didn't quite get right as much as I personally enjoyed it, which is why my feels I'm gonna go with great. And that is more so. I think I'm borrowing from the future.
Your great parentheses writing a check.
Yeah.
And it better not bounce, or you're a dead motherfucker. Sorry, I'm quoting Big Bill Hells, just to be clear, not being extra mean to Brad or this manga. If I'm going to specifically name my feels is how I felt coming into this, and my thinks are the spirit leaving my body and looking at this manga structurally. Because my feels have cooled down as I've entered more into that think spirit leaving my body and looking down on myself. I think it's fine to good, and that too good advance is your simile thing of I'm writing checks. Because it's like, you made some toys. Can you play with them well? Feeling-wise, I honestly had a bad time with this.
Okay.
I think there was too many things I had seen before. When a comedy doesn't work, it's just going to keep taking money from you. Unless there's some big one that gets you back around. Like, that's just this, like, that's why it's like comedies either work or they don't.
Yeah.
Because a bad joke, especially for me, it just digs at you. You can't take too many of those. Whatever happening can be whatever, but a bad joke that you're just like, this isn't funny. Why'd you waste time on it? And like, again, this is why comedies are the most volatile, because it's like, if you're just not in the mood for it and you hit a wrong turn and now you're in the red, you're just fucked, which I was. Which is why I let my spirit leave my body to have some of this conversation, because otherwise there's no interesting conversation. But, like, I had a bad time reading this. I will read the next couple of chapters with a more open mind, because I think those emotions will fade, and my brain has gone, no, you made toys, this could be better, I know from reading a bunch of other of these, they did their homework with this one, let's see what they do now.
Yeah.
So, I felt bad, but now through this conversation's parentheses, hopeful. Very confusing.
That's an interesting one.
Yeah, I know, right?
So
we're both writing checks.
Yeah.
But we had different experiences emotionally reading this.
All right, I hate to do this, but we got to shoot each other.
That's fine. You're the one in the bad position. I'm fine saying things nice about this.
We're so far apart on feelings that I think we have to.
I know, you're right. I had the same thought enter my brain. And
I say that not knowing what I'm going to pick.
Exactly. You're the one. That's why I said I get to win this fight, because I'm fine saying nice things about this manga.
Even though
it frustrated the big things. I never like the girl that likes you in Shonen Jump stuff, but I like that it's like there's a girl manga about science, and he's very embarrassed by it, and she's like, "This I love reading manga. This rules." So it's like, I don't like the bigger thing of that, but in that little moment where she's just like, she's having a good time with it, you dipshit.
I thought the Dragon Ball joke was good because so you sort of
I did blow
skipped over this in the
feel
summary.
Free to give it its time to shine.
And I'm just giving you ammunition here because he's like embarrassed that she's reading a shoujo manga that he has because he's a teenage boy.
Is it shoujo?
Yeah.
I just thought it had cute girls in it, and that's why he was embarrassed by it. Because he's like, oh no, that one's for research, because it was like science-based, because he's in the science thing.
I think it was a shoujo.
I guess so.
Either
Whatever.
way.
I know.
Yeah. So he's like,
we wouldn't know
I'm a
anything
teenage
about
boy.
shoujo.
I shouldn't have that.
Yeah.
And then a couple minutes later, she's like, this one has naked people in it. And he's like, oh my God, she found my hentai.
Okay.
He doesn't explicitly say that.
You're right. Okay.
And then he's like rushing, like,
Yeah.
no, I thought I hid that. And she holds up Dragon Ball.
Dragon Ball. Okay.
Because there's men without their shirts on and stuff.
I have a small, unimportant, not important bone to pick. This is maximum. That one Simpsons gag where comic book guy is just like, he hit the same note on the xylophone and played 2 different notes, but he hit the same bar.
Okay.
So like, it is maximum that. So understand the words I'm about to say aren't important and don't matter. If this girl is into manga and didn't know about Dragon Ball, why would she grab like fucking volumes like 8 or 10 or 12? Because this is the Demon Piccolo fight towards the end of Dragon Ball.
That's fair.
What the fuck, girl? If you're into manga and you don't know what which based on her uniform, she would know about.
So
why would she grab that one? I know it's for the gag, and none of this matters, and I'm that guy here, and it's terrible being that guy, and I shouldn't be that guy. But that thought came to my mind. I think the gag still works. This is my own stupid brain because I thought it was going to be like, oh, Bulma flashing her panties and tiny Goku penis, and then they show the cover, and then it was like, oh, it's Demon King Piccolo fight.
That was Frieza. That was Dragon Ball Z.
No, I thought it was specifically Demon King Piccolo.
Frieza was on the cover.
Am I stupid?
You can look that up. I'm going to continue talking.
Continue talking.
I'll
shout out an idiot really loudly when I get there.
The 2 ways that I can see this going. So first of all, I think she's probably a ghost from like the early 80s or 70s or whatever. So she wouldn't know about a lot of that kind of show and stuff. Still doesn't quite make sense that she would.
Frieza Superman. I Mandela affected myself, my dude.
Still doesn't quite make sense that she would grab a middle chapter, but she's also a spirit, so maybe she already read all of the beginning stuff.
But then she would be confused why they weren't wearing shirts? This conversation is not important, Brad. This conversation sucks.
I agree.
And it's not your fault, it's mine, just to be clear. This conversation is ass, and I shouldn't have started it, but I needed to.
You've already shot me square in the chest.
Yes.
And there's plenty.
I know. I love whenever one of us activates it and goes, "I'm going to lose this fight, but by virtue of the rules, we have to play."
There's plenty of things in this first chapter that aren't good, but most of them we've already talked about. And the one thing that I want to be like, oh, this is a big thing and we didn't talk about, but I'm like, no, actually, no, it was fine. This chapter is paced well. Like, it's not paced poorly. It could potentially be paced better. The 6 pages of
I don't like
exposition.
the jump ahead, but I know why it happens. But I still don't like it because it's such a bait and switch right out of the gate.
So even though there's some of the pacing that could be better, overall it wasn't bad. So I can't. That would be the easy thing, and I don't have that ammunition.
You started this. You got to come for me, Buster. Or I'm gunning you down in the streets.
And even the dog is too big gag. I was like,
I love the dog is too big.
The third one, I said this already. The third one, I was like, oh, this is going to be too much. And then it happened again. I was like, it wasn't too much.
What's the dog, Brad? You got to say it on count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
That dog is too big.
That one feels unintentionally funny. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. You got to shoot me, Brad. You got to shoot me.
Okay.
You gotta get a big bullet and shoot me.
We only touched on this a little bit, and I didn't say anything specifically about it.
Okay.
But more so than in any other series so far. Even Kanato's Magic. And this is a big one.
Oh, this is a big sense, Brad. I'm excited.
This guy is so pro-Tycoon.
Yes!
That it even, like, I got through it, but I was even sort of, like, I was on the fence.
Even the mighty can shake their knees.
Yes.
Wow. Yeah, that's why I gave him that, like, I was about to shift into this voice again. I said I've been playing that whatever mana game where the random girl, she's a Texan, she's from Texas. Except that she's not from Texas. And none of her in her village.
You said she was a dragon girl?
She's a dragon girl in a village of dragon, the village of the wind, you see. And none of her village all the village talks very normal. There's no character I've run into that talks like, but she, I guess to show that she doesn't belong, she talks like a Texan. Even though she's got her little maid outfit on or whatever the fuck.
Anyways,
and I keep going around and just talking like this bitch coming over here, my fucking boyfriend, like just doing it. It's the best. Okay, sorry.
That's my desperate shot off as I'm bleeding out on the ground.
He's got too big energy at things. I'm just like, fucking, I've got a headache. Calm down. It's not that. You're in a manga. Please play. Just do a little bit. Don't do this much.
I think that he could have had some more sauce, and that would have made it.
Sauce will
not
always
an
do it because it gives
issue.
you become a person. You can display this exact behavior. All of these behaviors I do not like. You can display when they become people, because when they're people do all sorts of things, and once they're a person, you go, oh yeah, they would do something like that. But he's just a vessel, and like you said, the problem is he has all the he has all the stink lines of Protag Kun.
Yeah.
And I
But
hate
he's not-
Protag Kun.
he's
Protag Kun
not
fucking
even-
sucks.
He's not even Sweet Boy. Like, he could be.
He could be
He
Sweet
might
Boy. We don't know
actually
yet.
be.
Yeah.
But we didn't get anything
No,
to
we don't.
show that. It was just him running
He's
around
nothing.
going,
He has-
what are you doing in my house?
There is nothing. Okay, I want to see if I'm gonna try to think for a moment and buzz through the chapter.
He barely even went, I'm glad that you guys are cool. You know?
I don't think he has a singular moment where he is anyone.
Yeah.
Like, I guess it's like oh, I did the TikTok dance poorly. Like, I guess that, but that feels like he's just the vessel for the jokes.
Yeah.
He doesn't exist.
As much of an issue as I have with Kanado being just like milk toast,
yeah.
at least he's a sweet boy and he wants to do good by people. And this guy is literally just being
I
drug
just want
around.
personality. I just want a hint of it. Just give him something.
And
You know,
I
it's
think
like,
that's probably...
I guess his personality, he likes manga, which just makes him more Protag. He likes manga, and girls make him nervous.
I think-
Wow, daring today.
I think that's literally what this is that he is just a vessel.
Yeah.
So much more so than I think any other series we've read in recent time. He is just a reader insert.
But you know who I liked, because I was thinking about it, because I'm like, when I say it's like when they become a person, those qualities are fine. The fucking boy from high school dance sport club.
Yeah.
Where it's like he was nervous about girls in a way that felt normal, that I was like, yes, I get that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, all you have to do is become a character and not a stereotype. And instantly I turn around on you.
Yeah.
My emotions just go, it's not even like a math equation. It's just like, oh, you're a person. Yeah, we all go through this. And it's not just like, fuck, here's this again.
Mm-hmm.
It just feels like it has to be, instead of a matter of course that this is it. Or it's like, yeah, people go through this. It always just feels like, well, yeah, of course, this is Shonen Jump Protag Kun. Fuck. So yeah. Okay, gunfight over. We've done it. Shake hands. Good ending conversation. Yeah, I didn't dunk on his Protag Kun-ness enough, but I did start out, I'm like, this is a Protag Kun. Yeah. Brad, do the ritual that lifts the curse of this podcast continuing. Where we'll enact it again next week when we have to cover another Shonen Jump manga first chapter, and honestly, hopefully have a better time with collectively.
Well, we want to hear from you. So go on our website, animepodcasterreincarnation.com, and check out our social links page, where you'll find a link to all the different places where you can talk to us. Of course, the best one being our Discord.
Mm-hmm.
We have a lot of fun conversations up there, and, you know, we have a great community.
Yeah.
Not huge, but it's a great one.
It's a good one.
We very much appreciate everybody who jumps in there and contributes.
It does. It makes my week. Thursdays is always a wonderful day of discourse when the new episodes drop, honestly.
And not just episode chats. There's a lot of other stuff going on there, so come check that out. But also up on our social links page, you can find a link to our Patreon, where our supporters get perks like getting the high-quality stereo version of the podcast early and bonus episodes, which there should be one pretty soon that has less to do with any kind of anime or manga and is more just a therapy session.
Session about live theater, but also just art.
Yeah.
There may be a follow-up one in a couple weeks.
Still a bonus episode.
Yeah.
So it
good
counts.
stuff. I think it's good stuff. Honestly, I do think it's good stuff. I would not have been like, I need to get this on tape if it wasn't, I think, related enough to our process of taking in art and other things we've talked about before.
But of course, we need to shout out our patrons. So, first and foremost, at our royal tier, we have our Crown Prince, Slimy Okra.
What's that from again?
Golden Sun.
Golden Sun on the Game Boy Advanced. I want to say it got a sequel at some point.
Also at our royal tier, we've got our Archduke Imaginary Numeral.
What did we do for this last time? I don't remember. Did we have another thing we tried to do? I know I talked about the Urgai's sound.
Wait, did he send another one? No, he didn't send another one.
I think it was just me attempting to recreate it and talking about the Urgais sound.
Do 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 do.
Dun 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 dun.
Seek a way out. That's what it says.
Oh, nice.
And at our noble tier, we've got our marquee, Sir Cake Dwarf.
Nice.
And that will have to be good enough.
Good enough.
And last, and certainly not least, at our commoner tier, we've got Last Man on Earth, Rena, and Laura Carroll. So thank you so much to all our patrons.
Thank you, patrons. Thank you, Brad, for doing that. Thank you to all of our listeners. Make sure you listen to all the podcasts in our feed. And Brad,
Oh my God. Guys, Moxie has been dead this whole time. It was the spirit of Moxie. Ah! Boo!
Reader beware, you're in for a scare in Roku's House of Oddities. I should try better at something, but also,
On today's episode,
I know,
that dog is too big.
Thank you! Thank you! This is going to go in the after beeps, but like one of the main things that got me through after reading it was just looking into my mirror and just going, that dog is too big! And you will notice this in my summary where I multiple times write in, and that dog is too big! Because it was like the one thing that made me smile. Okay, I should get into it because the cork is being busted. Yeah, on today's episode, that dog is too big! It's Roku's House of Oddities! Can I pet that dog? Yeah, we know about that. When did we do that? What episode was that? What episode did I get across to you? Which can I pet that dog? Because you had a different one. It was a while ago, but not as. I guess it's longer ago than I think.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
What thing had a dog that I was like, can I? I don't know. Not important. On today's episode, curses aren't real. It's Roku's House of Oddities. It's like I should try harder, but I just don't want to. Doesn't deserve it. Let me do the proper read of the first one, the Goosebumps thing.
I'll take it.
Yeah, I know.
I'll take it.
I'll take it. Excellent choice. What else can I do you for? Do you know what? Are we keyed on the same thing?
No.
Psychonaut. Psychonaut's one when you're buying things from the camp store, and Raz goes, "I'll take it."
Speaking of being keyed in on things,
yeah.
The other
so many
day,
after beeps for us.
I just on my YouTube feed, something came up, and I clicked on it, and it was, Peter, what is this? And I was like,
that made it to you somehow?
Jesus Christ, I didn't know where that came from.
Oh, it's from something else that's not the Grumps?
No, that's exactly what it was.
Okay, good, because it's like, Peter, what is this? I think is vaguely Family Guy, because they know, but like that's a different.
Well, that's why I was like,
the tone would be different.
Spider-Man? Is it Family Guy?
Peter, what is this?
But
yeah, it's them playing America's Next Top Model on the fucking Wii.
Yeah, and I was like, what the hell?
Yeah, no, this is why it's a vocal stim.
How did I not know what this was?
I never described it?
I don't think so.
Okay.
There's a couple of them that, for whatever reason, I have just accepted.
This is a thing these idiots say?
Well, no, like, I feel like I know what it is, but apparently I don't. I need to interrogate it more.
Yeah, when these moments pop up, go like, what is this? You go, Peter, what is this? We find our Protagoon asleep. He is Seiroku, because that was Roku, so I always think it's Seiroku, and not Seiroku. Seiroku
no,
Akari.
I'm going to pull this up because I was looking at it earlier, and I was like, okay, I know how to say that, and I need to make sure.
For once, you'll help me?
Yeah.
Wow, what a blessing.
Hold on.
I did spell it right, if you want to look at it.
No, that's what I'm pulling up.
Oh, okay.
Normally I pull these up, and then this time I just didn't do it. So there it is.
The big editing dawdling episode.
Do 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 do. Yes, I think this is what you said. Seiroku
Akari.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just restart that entire line so all that can get chopped. Just
guys, Moxie actually died years ago.
You're spoiling the ending gag. Fuck. Cut that. You got to use it later. That's too good. I'll just do the thanks everybody, and then you'll have to go. Moxie's been dead for years.
I'm dead. I bled out.
No, that's the joke where I'm doing at the end with me, so I don't have to come up with another joke. Who's been editing the podcast? We just put all the podcasts.
No, you just killed me.
We fed much like that awful interview that what is it? Either I don't remember, it was Taiwan or something, couldn't get the dude Zolo from the One Piece live action, so they just fucking fed all of his interviews into an AI and asked that. And it's that's disgusting on a so deep molecular level, more than all the other stuff, which is also disgusting. But I guess we all knew that was coming. It just happened knowingly.
Where did you put?
Where'd I put what?
Okay, I found it.
Did I move something?
No, I was looking for... I didn't write down the new music.
Oh, okay.
So dumb.
Yep. If they were good, they wouldn't be. We do have good bits sometimes, just not always.